There we go.
All right. I think that went over the air, didn't it?
Turn my headphones on.
Turn your headphones on. Aren't they on?
No.
We're having to turn everything on this morning. We're going to turn y'all on here in a minute.
Oh, well.
What do you do now?
You tell me.
You
Well, keep them on till you get it on.
Well,
It's okay.
you don't need headphones.
Well,
Yeah.
Tiffany says I do.
Well, let me see here.
They were over here.
Over here.
She'll come in. No, those are microphones.
Oh.
Those
okay.
are microphones over there.
Catch up, David. Come on now.
Well,
You're a professional at
no,
this.
no, you are. I'm a layman. Are we all?
I'm good. My headphones work fine,
I
y'all.
don't know what's unplugged here. Might be your headphones. You don't have any headphones.
Mine are working.
That's okay. We'll be all
Yeah,
right.
the two important
We
guys
can
here.
cope with that.
All right, so if y'all get a
Can
call,
we
you'll have to.
listen?
You'll have to.
Just talk loud.
Just talk loud.
Hey, you can put them on speaker.
Something like that.
Well, I could, but then that'd probably mess up the video camera.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's
Somebody's unplugged something here.
Oh, well.
What
We'll
a
figure it
rat-
out during the commercial break.
I'd figure it out, but it's a rat nest of wires.
We'll get it here in a minute.
Rat nest.
Yeah, haven't you ever heard that?
Yes.
Oh,
All right. Okay, so everybody's tongue-tied. Are you going to give your little spiel to start out with, Philip?
No.
Okay, don't.
okay.
All right, so you're listening to us on what is Thunder Radio, WMSR, in Manchester, Tennessee, at 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. There you go. And from there we go to Light Tube and Charter Channel 193, and also Facebook and YouTube. And you can just search for us online, and we pop up pretty high in the list. It's kind of surprising. Impressive as we are.
Now, did y'all get all that?
Yeah.
You didn't just call us.
Yeah.
I fixed them.
Yeah, I'll bet you
wow.
did.
I did.
You're a tinker.
And anything happened interesting recently, David, for us to talk about on
Other
today's
than your
episode?
headphones.
Oh,
don't work.
and Bonnaroo?
Well,
Maybe?
so Bonnaroo is a big deal.
What's Bonnaroo?
Yeah, what is it?
What is that?
But anyway, they sold out this year, and you said, Ronnie, it's the first time since when?
Since 2013 that they've
Since
sold
Paul
out.
McCartney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, so anyway, we decided today what we're going to do, and there's 80,000 plus people out there walking around, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you do run into artists, believe it or not. And so we're going to talk about, say you ran into an artist, and you got something signed. Would it be that guitar you towed on your back, or
Yeah.
or your Bonnaroo pass where you let them just sign your armband or something, whatever.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through the headliners that they got, and we're going to see if you got something like that signed. I know, Howard, you got all kind of signatures, right?
No.
Because you are the radio guy,
Yeah, but
and you get passes all the time.
no, I don't go to Bonnaroo.
You did too. You told me you did.
I go to Lawrence Welk.
You told me you went to Bonnaroo.
Well, yeah, but that was a couple of 3 years ago.
Well, see, you don't want to be telling the story on air.
And when I was there, I worked at selling ice, and I didn't have time to really run around and get autographs.
You didn't?
No,
Huh? Who'd you sell ice for?
Kiwanis Club.
Oh, well, that's a good club.
Yeah.
You did a good thing. All right, so tell us, before we get into looking up artists and headliners and all that,
Yeah.
I know for a fact you lived out there, so kind of tell us a few stories.
Well, on Thursday night was walking back to my campsite around midnight was the first time I've ever seen my breath while I was walking around at Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
It got chilly.
It was cold.
Yeah.
And at that point was when I realized that I forgot to pack my blue jeans and I just had shorts.
Oh boy.
So Thursday night after the last that like a midnight show, I went back to the campsite and snuggled up inside my
So
my
what?
sleeping
So
bag.
what did you do Thursday, though? Kind of give us your little agenda.
Oh, okay. Well, Thursday. Oh gosh, let me think about it. It's all a blur of all. Well, no.
Why is it
Kind of blur.
Well,
Kind of
well.
Oh.
I've watched 50 bands in 4 days, and it's kind of hard to tell you what day which things was. So I started out with the Grand Ole Opry, and
Live, right?
saw them.
Grand Ole Opry live?
They were great. It amazes me that the square dancers come out at the beginning at Bonnaroo when they. It's exactly the radio show. I mean,
Yeah.
they followed the same thing as and. Molly somebody came out. They flushed the photo pit like right after, you get to hang out for a couple of songs. But, there was a new young artist named Molly something, which I can't tell you her last name at the moment, and she was really good. And when I was leaving, during the commercial breaks, they'll play stuff for the crowd, and they played. There was Dolly singing Jolene, and I was walking by the front of the tent stage there, and this couple in their mid-20s were walking by, and when Dolly started singing Jolene, that girl's head just whipped to the side to make sure that wasn't Dolly making a surprise appearance, and her boyfriend was like, "Is that Dolly over there?" She's like, "No, that's not really Dolly," and they just kept going.
Who was it?
She was going to tear straight through there.
Who was it?
No, it's just a recording.
Recording,
what they play during the commercial breaks.
All right.
For the crowd there, and from that point, I went off to see.
Well, don't forget Steve Earls. Did you hear him? Wasn't he Copperhead Road?
I don't.
Wasn't he on the Grand Ole Opry tour?
Yes.
Well, he was after they flushed the photo pit.
Oh.
And you only get to hang out for a little bit. And also there was another band that I was waiting to catch called All Them Witches, which is a Nashville band.
They said they were really good.
They're great. I've seen them. This is my third time in about a year that I've gone to see them.
Have they ever played at Bonnaroo?
Yes.
They have, but
that
I didn't.
was their second appearance.
Yeah, but I didn't know
When was
who
it?
they were.
They played in 2015.
Yeah.
2015.
When they played in 2015, I didn't know who they were, and I didn't go see them. So,
You know who they are, though, don't you, Howard?
No.
and
I'm still with Orange Well.
So is this a upcoming band, or is this a established band? Or what?
they've got like 4 albums out. So I mean, they're not a huge popular band, but they have a pretty loyal fan base. They're really good.
The Rolling Stones
They're
said
kind of odd.
Rolling Stones said they were going to be the best classic rock of the future,
Yeah.
Oh, really?
according to Rolling Stone magazine. Yeah.
They're kind of old style sounding. Yeah, it'd be. And from then, I went over to Donna Missal, Missal, Missal. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. And she was more of a pop singer. She was great. I just actually went over to that stage to make sure how to get into the photo pits because they change it every single year. And sometimes by the day. So I wanted to make sure I could get into the photo pit, and in the midst of doing that, they're like, "Yeah, come in right here," and they steered me in. I'm like, "Well, I'm here. I might as well shoot a song." And she was great. I found somebody that I liked out of that. Gosh, there was something else I shot on Thursday. I'm trying to look at the list here. Oh, Peach Pit, which is my oldest daughter is into Peach Pit and told me to shoot them, and they're like a rock and roll band. And they were a lot of pretty boys up there playing guitar. So there you go. that would be my description of them. They were good.
They're like a boy band.
No, not like a dancing
Oh,
boy
okay.
band. They actually had instruments.
Oh,
and
they
stuff.
could actually play.
Yeah. So that was my Thursday.
What did Rolling Stone say about them, Ronnie?
I didn't find anything. I haven't got there yet. If they did,
So you can't quote nothing on them,
I
man.
can't quote a thing.
Yeah, and I think that's all that I caught on the
Thursday?
list of Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. So are we ready for Friday?
Okay. All right. Friday I saw
Now,
Fish.
what time did you start out?
What time did I start out?
Yeah.
Well, I woke up at.
No, what time
8
did you
o'clock
start
in the morning.
filming and doing your job, not your old sleeping habits?
I don't know. I mean, I just you
What
get up
time
in
did the first
morning,
band
you go-
start?
Yeah, what?
Wait a second. On Thursday, I actually videoed the first band that played on Thursday, which was called Keats, Keats. And one of the guys in the band was somebody that I went to MTSU with in my recording industry.
Wow.
days.
Oh, how were they?
So they were great. They were a rock
Did you
and
get up
roll
on
band
stage
kind
to
of thing.
video that?
I did not, but we interviewed them afterwards and talked to them, and they were actually the
Who
first
who
band.
went with you?
Andrew Todd.
Andrew, yeah, he likes that, don't he?
He goes as he's the reporter and I'm the camera guy.
Ah.
So we went and shot an interview with them afterwards and talked to them.
Where did you do the interview? Behind stage?
In the press area, in the media. So that okay. Friday, I don't know what I got up and ate some really nice.
Don't you tell us you don't
tacos.
remember.
Had a ta-
He probably does.
had a taco for breakfast.
Yeah, well,
Breakfast
egg and
taco.
Hey, we don't
breakfast
really
taco.
care
Yeah,
about
there
what you eat or when you got up.
How many cups of coffee did you have?
Yeah, just one. There's the coffee. You got to drink coffee early out there because it gets warm pretty quick. Except
Yeah.
on Friday morning, it was nice and
Yeah.
cool. Our neighbors woke us up at 8 o'clock. Camping neighbors playing like some industrial. It sounded like metal hitting on metal, scraping stuff. And
So did you have a camper out there, or did you carry your tent?
we have tents, but we're in camping and guest, which is like behind the second stage kind of area in the woods. It's a really nice place to camp, except
What about
when your
ticks?
neighbors crank up the thing. No, there are no bugs whatsoever out at Bonnaroo, which nobody really talks about because we don't want them to decide that they don't want to spray or whatever they do to
So
get
they
rid of all
spray,
bugs.
huh?
I have no idea, but there are no bugs out there at all, and I really appreciate it. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to complain about whatever they do to get rid
Oh, okay,
of the bugs.
so Friday.
Yeah, I can't tell you what order I went in, but
Friday was a blur too.
I saw
It
fish.
better not be.
I saw the headliner, the fish. They were really good.
Out of the, was you in the pit?
No, they don't. They've gotten a lot stricter over the years on what I video and what I don't,
Why?
because management, like the band's management, doesn't want video shot, even though every single person in the crowd has a 4K camera on their phone.
Yeah, I think they're saying that you'll record it and then release it, and they won't get royalties from it.
Well,
somehow
now, a
or
lot
other.
of them are making their own. They said that Childish Gambino, they had overhead cameras filming them for 75 minutes. They thought they were making a concert movie.
Yeah,
They had
Yeah.
a full band, choir behind them,
Yeah.
dancers. So
Dang.
they were doing a concert movie.
Yeah, well, they
And they released that stuff, you know.
yeah, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
let the photographers in, but they won't let you shoot video, and it's just like it
can
was
understand
strict. I
that.
didn't. Usually they're strict on most things, but they'll let me shoot some. But this year I did not get to shoot one thing on the main stage or the secondary stage. So, and
But I see a lot of stuff on TV that's
Yeah,
shot at Bonnaroo.
from the concert.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, channel 2, 4, and 5, they get in there.
Oh, they did?
Well,
2, 4,
and
5,
stuff
and
that the
7.
performers
We're going to have to
themselves.
talk to them boys
Really?
about that.
Yeah, well, I tried. You can use your pool.
I can do it. I'll do
I
it.
tried all my pool. I didn't.
I probably got a little more than you got.
We'll go for that. So I saw Fish.
I mean,
I saw Courtney Barnett.
okay. Who?
who?
Yes.
Courtney Barnett.
I saw that.
She's a country singer.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
They said
She-
she was the best set opener.
She was really good. I enjoyed that. Let's see.
Well, did she have a crowd watching her?
She did. She was on second stage, and it was pretty full. I saw Parquet Courts, which is another one recommended for my kids, and it was just a standard rock band kind of thing. I hadn't heard of them before, but they were good.
They draw a crowd?
They did. They were at one of the tents, and they had a pretty good bit of people there. Friday I didn't hardly shoot anything. Yeah, that was it. That was all I shot on Friday.
So what'd you do? Just go watch band?
Yeah, just went around watching bands and
Like
hanging
like
out
who?
and stuff.
Who did you watch on Friday?
No, well, I was just
I mean, you're
walking around and
you are
exploring
the
the
rep
place.
that went out there, and you're gonna have to tell us the story.
Well, you
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
you gotta remember that it's getting blurrier as these days.
Some-
Long about Saturday, he did, and Sunday.
Well,
By the time he
He's wiped
by
out.
the time he quit shooting, it was.
I'm really concerned.
Friday night.
We don't have to go do no counseling with you or nothing.
Friday night I leave and go home and edit for the news and sleep in my own bed and go in on Saturday morning. Because
What was the best band you seen Friday night?
I'd say Fish. Fish was really good, and I'm not a big fan of Fish, but they put on their Friday night and their Sunday night shows were the two best
Oh, they
shows
did two
I've ever
shows?
seen. Yeah, they did. They played for like an hour and a half on Friday night, and on Sunday night they were the closing band. They played from 8:30 until midnight.
Wow,
so
that's a long time.
They were the finishing band for the festival.
Yeah.
So Friday night, I bet it was standing room only out there in the crowd, wasn't it?
Fish actually did not have a huge crowd. I mean, they were on the main stage, so I mean, they probably had at least 40,000 people there, but you know.
That ain't huge.
That's pretty good.
A huge crowd was 100,000 when McCartney was there.
Yeah.
There's a big difference between Fish and McCartney.
And they had probably 70,000 or 60,000 on Sunday night, but there was a whole bunch of other things going. They used to have it to where nothing else happened while the main band played, but now they've changed that to where you can, if you're not into that style, there's other things playing.
Okay, is it time for us to take a break?
Yeah, it is.
I think it's
We're
fast
halfway
time.
through.
No, not quite, but almost.
Okay.
It's going to be any second now.
All right, so we're on Friday night, and you say it's getting blurrier.
Yeah, he's really blurred.
No, I got what that's what I did.
Well, anyway, we'll get to Saturday and Sunday, then we're going to get busy.
Okay, we'll be right back with more blurry. Let's talk antiques.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in, get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back with Let's Talk Antiques, and we're kind of giving a recap, a blurry recap at that, of Bonnaroo and the activities. And so what happened on, you got to the Friday.
We're on to Saturday.
We're on Saturday.
And don't tell us about what you eat and when you woke up.
So you had another...
Just actually tell us about the working part of it.
Okay, all right, So Saturday, the headliners were Post Malone and Odessa, and like I say, those were on stages I wasn't allowed to shoot, so I actually didn't see those. I went and saw Hoser, which is an Irish guy, but that was on the main stage, but I couldn't shoot that. Casey Musgraves, she was there, and I went and saw a little bit of her show. Let's see, Lonely Island, which is a comedy group. They're like guys from Saturday Night Live that do like the funny songs, skits, and stuff like that. And they came out and did. I think this is the first show they've ever done as a tour, and maybe the first thing.
How was it?
It was long in spots, but really hilarious in other spots. It was mostly like a musical comedy thing, and it was pretty good.
Was C6 Steve there?
C6 Steve was not there, but I really enjoyed him a couple of years ago when he was there. So I have video of him. John Prine was Saturday night, and that was probably my favorite thing I saw all weekend long. John Prine, he's one of those guys who I've known my whole life, but I didn't realize how many songs I knew of his and what a performer he was. I mean,
Was he on the main stage?
No, he was on the that tent.
They said he outdrew a lot of the others.
He was. Several friends of mine were gonna watch about 3 songs of him and then go over to the to another stage where there was a bigger act playing, and every one of them stayed. They were like, he was incredible. He had like an entire crowd of 20,000 people tear up, not once, but twice, if not 3 times. I mean,
really?
he just had the crowd in the palm of his hand and had.
So what kind of
great
songs
show.
does he play?
Kind of old country, but he's also like one of those, like he was kind of one of those comedic, like kind of Arlo Guthrie like at one point in his career, in like the late 60s, early 70s. He was more of a folk artist doing funny songs and things like that. And he and also when I was in the photo pit when they came out, and Fats Kaplan, who's a utility player, which means he plays pedal steel, ukulele, mandolin, fiddle, electric guitar, just about everything. He came out on, and I worked with him all the time when I was in Nashville. And I've seen him on. That's the third show I've seen him with.
So he knows
Bonnaroo.
you then.
Yeah. But I've never got to talk to him at Bonnaroo. Whenever I've seen him, he's always been like walking into an area I can't go into, or on stage, and I'm in the photo pit. And I was on the opposite side of the stage from him, so I couldn't wave at him and say hey. So I messaged his wife, and she acknowledged me that I'd seen him. I've seen him 3 times at Bonnaroo now, which is kind of funny.
So what they do to some of those bands that come here, they hire some of the people out of Nashville to do some of the work.
Well,
with
he was on tour with John Prine.
Okay.
He's actually been touring with him for a while, and he talked about him and introduced him and bragged about him. Let's see, what else did I see? I saw the Record Company, which is like a raucous, like a southern a southern rock kind of thing, I guess, or like more of a country rock.
Howard, tell them swapping shops off.
What's a telemarketer?
And they were really good, and I told my daughter that I watched them from the bleachers, and she told me she was in the second row. So there you go. So she got in on that. And that would be all of my Saturday then.
How blurry was it?
Evidently, he must be getting better because he didn't miss a lick.
Yeah, he
pretty good on Saturday.
Must have been with a different crowd. The air around him was probably not as cloudy.
Yeah.
I think he just made notes because he knew we'd be asking.
No, I just videoed a lot more on
There
Saturday.
you
There was
go.
more bands
He
that I liked.
watched the videos
so
after.
I work harder on the
while he
days
was
of the
in it.
bands that I like.
Did you go to any these rap groups?
No.
Now, I've heard that the reason the attendance was up because they included rap groups.
I
this year.
agree.
Do you think that had an effect?
There was a younger crowd there than I remember seeing in a long time, and a more diverse young crowd. And everybody got along fabulously.
Well,
There was no issues of anything. Which every time they announce a rap heavy lineup, they're like, well, you're inviting people to get in there and fight or whatnot, but
That's
people
not
aren't
necessarily
those
true.
kind of people aren't going to spend $400 for a ticket.
No, that's true. That's
They're
true.
not going to spend $400 for a ticket.
So, before you get to Sunday, now how many years have you been doing filming?
This is my 16th Bonnaroo.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so you've
Out
got
of 18.
16 years
Yeah.
of shows that you've done. Do you still have them all?
Yeah, I keep like personal discs, and
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I said my cousin came in a couple of years ago, and I was like, before Bonnaroo, and I pulled out some of my old discs and watched them. I was like, man, I have shot some amazing shows. Like
Yeah.
I've shot The Police and
Well,
Pearl Jam.
why don't you put all those together?
Yeah.
or
Oh,
something?
no. I sign.
Oh, you can't-
agreements.
you're not allowed
Yeah,
to do that.
I would go
Okay.
to jail if I did.
Well, you remember when we
Well,
was,
we'll come and
do that
visit
stuff.
you. I mean,
but you remember Howard when we was younger, they'd do those record deals like on TV, with the special, and they'd have 10 years of rock and roll. And
oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
they won't let you do it.
I sign a waiver that I think we're only allowed to even air stuff for like 2 weeks after
I bet if
the
you
event.
paid royalties, they would
Kinda
let you
stuff.
do it.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of trail of royalties between Bonnaroo, the management, the
I'm going to say
artists, and-
16-year-old stuff wouldn't be that much.
That would be statute of limitation. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'll put it under your name, Howard. How's that?
Well, they don't mind. Howard don't mind.
I don't mind.
He's going to give me his eBay number, so what the heck? He don't
Yeah.
care about the...
Yeah, David's got my eBay number.
Yeah.
I'm intent up on my
I'm fixing to
ears.
buy him a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So you ready to go Sunday?
So ready to go Sunday. Sunday was a bit of a slow day for me. I was dealing with picking up kids and stuff like that. Actually Saturday Bree went with me, and on Sunday Maggie went, and Maggie had been sick, and she came in and we walked around, and it was finally hot and in the 90s, and we did like a loop, and she was like, I'm feeling bad, I gotta go. So I missed a huge chunk of. I missed the Key of the City presentation.
You're always
because
there
of
for that.
I am, but I had to take care of my kid.
So tell him who got
Gotta
the
do what
key.
you got to do. It was Brandy Carlo.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, go tell them about her.
She's
How long she been doing music?
I don't have any idea.
What kind of music does she play?
She's a country singer.
Okay.
And I know that during the presentation, Lonnie had the crowd in the palm of his hand, and told him that some friends of mine were there, and they said that they cheered for him. Said he was the mayor of Manchester, and said, "Wait a second, I got one question for you." And he was like, the crowd just completely silenced, and just like you could hear a pin drop. And he's like, "Are y'all coming back next year?" And like 25,000 people started cheering. And he's like, "So we got 25,000 confirmed for next year."
Okay. Well, heck, we're almost well, what are we? We're a tad over 25%, probably around 30% sold out then, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Okay, so my Friday stuff. Let's see, what did I get in to see? So I walked by where Cardi B was about to come on, and went over to get on the set on the bleachers for Fish, so and so I could hear some of her thing, but she's not my.
Okay, so tell the people, the people listening and watching don't know who she is. So you're gonna have to give us a little background.
Cardi B is a female rap singer that I won't let my kids listen to.
Okay.
or look at, right?
Ronnie says, "Or look at."
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably so. And she split her pants during her performance as part of the news of the Bonnaroo. Yeah.
She had a wardrobe malfunction, they call it.
Performing in her what do you call the robe, like a fluffy bathrobe. Bathrobe. There you go. Okay. So she was in a bathrobe for some portion of her set. I couldn't tell you at what point.
It's a blur.
Yeah. No, I was not there. Let me see what I did on Sunday. I went and shot videos or interviews mostly on Sunday. I did Tullahoma Arts Center had a really cool thing over there where they had
At Bonnaroo?
Yeah, in Planet Roo, which is the nonprofits and environmental area of Bonnaroo, and they were raising money for to refurbish their building. The
Art Center?
The Art Center building over in Tullahoma is really, really old, and it's
Mm.
not like the Art Center gets funded really, really well to maintain that kind of
Now,
So
when
did
you
it-
say art center, is that that big old
The big white building, when you're coming down Jackson.
Yeah,
right across the street from South Jackson Civic Center.
yeah, from the Civic Center.
Real pretty building,
Yeah,
though.
okay.
Old house, and they've added on to it.
Okay.
And
Who used to live there before when it was a house?
I haven't the slightest idea. Do you know?
Well, I mean, you are you're the news guy.
It's been the Art Center ever since I've been in town.
Really.
So, I don't know here. But anyway, so we went by there, and they were excited. They apparently raised a bunch of money to help with the building.
Good.
And they had these paintings that they had done where they cut out a face, like the painting, the screen.
I seen you one with the long hair.
Okay, you saw me in the Bob Ross thing. So there's a painting of Bob Ross doing a painting, and there's a hole cut out for the face. So you stick your face through it.
But it's got the Bob Ross hair and everything.
And they had American Gothic like that. And
that'd be a cool one.
And they had the Scream, the one.
The Scream.
Well, what about Bob
That's
Ross's
a good
hair?
one.
Well, I mean, it looks like it was real hair there.
It was some kind of fuzzy thing. I didn't examine it too closely because I did it on Sunday, and I didn't want to think too much about all the other people who've had their head through that.
Oh my.
Yeah. And Sunday I went and saw Trampled by Turtles, which is
I like these names anymore.
it's a bluegrass.
Where do they get them?
Trampled by Turtles is a bluegrass band. Let's just
Really?
start with that.
Oh.
But they're like the guy who founded it was in a heavy metal band, and his car got stolen, or his van got stolen with all of his equipment in it, and he lost all of his amplifiers, all his guitars, and never found them. And he went and bought him an acoustic guitar so he could have something to play. And then somebody offered him a gig in a bluegrass band. He was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it." And so he learned to play bluegrass on the fly,
Wow.
which means he had to have been a really good guitar player to start with,
Yes.
because we all know what a musician you have to be for
It's
bluegrass.
tough to play bluegrass.
And then he gathered old friends together who were metal band guys or whatever, and formed a bluegrass band. So they're a bluegrass band, but they have kind of unusual subjects and things for their for their.
So where did they
songs and
play?
stuff. They were on the main stage.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Well, then they were a headliner.
well, no, the headliners are at the end of the night. They were
Yeah.
like during the day.
During the
that was
day.
when I.
Oh, they're day headliners.
Yeah, when I had when I had Maggie in there, that was
Hey.
one of the.
We got to take a break here.
Okay.
So
Is that okay if we do, Philip?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, we're about ready to get trampled by a turtle.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're back here with more Let's Talk Antiques, but we're kind of talking about current events so far today.
Well,
but I think we're leading up to something.
That's it. We're
Yes,
leading up.
we are.
So we're going to take, we was talking about getting some of the band's autographs and different groups that was there. So we're going to start out with Fish.
Okay.
And by the way, tell them how you spell that.
PHISH.
Not FISH.
Yeah. Okay, so if you just type in Fish and do completed auctions on Fish,
Fish is actually Abe Pagoda, FISH, right?
it's what?
Abe Pagoda, what's his name?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, remember?
From Barney Miller.
Barney Miller.
Yeah.
I love that,
That was
program.
Fish.
That,
That's a fish I knew.
We'll say that's where they got their name from because that's a great story. I'll go with that.
There you go.
well, and I'll tell you something, then somebody's going to owe some royalties. Okay, so, all right, you two rock along here. Philip, what's the highest price thing you've seen?
The highest price thing is Pollock Great Went Walking Fish. The Great Went Walking from a August 16th and 17th, 1997 fish concert. It says this is the holy grail of fish concert posters. And they were asking $7,000, but they took a best offer, which was north of $3,000
Wow.
for a
Just
concert
for a
poster.
concert poster.
Yeah,
For one
well-
of those things that advertises,
Yeah.
like an advertising.
So if you were
poster.
out at Bonnaroo and you got something signed by these folks,
You have something.
you may have something that's worth money.
And I'll tell you something
This
else.
isn't even autographed, by the way.
I'll tell you something else, Howard. If you're out at Bonnaroo and you buy one of those posters and 20 years down the road,
Oh, that's another
it could be
yeah.
the rarest.
Right, because not everybody kept them.
Now,
Yeah,
that Fish
man.
Went Walking is just 1997.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22 years old.
Yeah.
So
And I have a lot of Bonnaroo posters, and I have a lot of them signed by the headliners that I've got
right.
the guitars signed by.
Yeah.
And I've got a couple of guitars this year myself. Post Malone, my wife bought for me. And then I got a Fish guitar signed. Now, I bought both of these. I didn't.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I didn't do them at the festival. But it goes with my Bonnaroo stuff.
Well, of course, of course.
Okay, so Ronnie, you said something about 3,000. What was it?
We got a Fish 2009 poster. Brought $3,008 with 22 bids. And the same poster brought $2,850 with 16 bids. And the same poster brought $2,650. And now, what's that tell you about that poster? It tells me I need one.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of variables in the price. So what's the next thing after the Fish? The same three, Philip.
There's another Jim Pollock Fish at Shoreline and 2000. It's a print, and there were only 600 made. Only one bid, but the bid was for $2,575.
That'd be good enough for me.
Yeah.
That's fine for me too.
Probably something you might have put.
What about the three there, Ronnie?
There's a set of three here, print posters, signed, of only $750, rare, $2,500 with one bid. And they're framed, it's nice looking. You can hang
Now,
it up.
what would one of those posters cost out at Bonnaroo? Let's say you were out there this year, and they have concessions. I guess they're selling these.
I think they're like about $20.
So you bought one of those and then hung on to it for
Pretty good return.
nine
Yeah.
years. I guess it was a.
Yeah.
I think I heard 2009.
Yeah, I've got a poster from a band called Mogwai. Then when they played about 4 years ago,
Magua.
and it's rolled up and put away. So, yeah.
No, you can't go wrong by buying. My kids always buy me that kind of stuff. Tracy and Brian both, when they're and the grandkids when they're out there, they buy me stuff like that.
Cool. That's good.
Here's a Fish from Cleveland, 1995 silkscreen poster, signed and doodled on.
Oh.
The buy it now on that was $1,485. So Fish's big thing, it appears to be, is posters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that 2003, Ronnie? Right below it. No, keep going.
Below that.
Keep going. One more time. One more. Right there.
All right. This is a rare fish poster from 2003 limestone chopping block, and it's another Pollock poster. 26 bids, $1,425. But now, that Jim Pollock seems to be his artist.
Yeah, that seems to be the guy who does
Yeah.
everything for Fish.
Mhm.
I
And he's really good.
I scanned down to find something besides a poster, and the next thing
I saw a
is-
guitar earlier.
I've got a snowboard, which is a rare. It was done by Jim Pollock also for the artwork on it, and it went for $1,129. That's a lot for just the board.
Well,
Nothing.
it looks like he done a lot of work on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grief.
Let's see. We scanned down some stuff.
Well, now I see a fish concert ticket in the Alpine Valley. It brought $1,100 on a buy it now. $1,100 for a concert ticket now.
That you can't even go to.
Whoa.
It's over with.
Oh, no.
No,
Oh, yeah,
it's
this
July.
one was the 12th.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
Yeah.
It's not like you're buying a ticket to go to a concert next week.
No,
Well,
Right.
what,
this is for July.
Oh, for this coming July?
July the
Yeah.
12th, yeah.
Oh, July 12th.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you meant.
And he brought
Tuesday.
$1,100 now.
My goodness gracious.
a box set.
Somebody wanted to see
see.
fish.
Yeah.
What about that, Philip? The
All right,
box set.
let me look and see what this is. Unopened Fish Baker's Dozen complete box set with mint Pollock print poster. This is 13 shows. Okay. And that went for
Just about what it says.
$850. There you go.
Huh.
I'm trying to. Okay, yeah, it's got like the names of the shows and the dates. So these are. I'm not sure if they're videos or if they're just the audio of them. But
Okay.
Hey, by the way, let me just, at the restaurant at Jiffy Burger, we have these people that work, work with Bonnaroo.
Right.
They're subs and stuff. And they come in, they bring their families. And so now it's became a thing every year, these main people that work out there, they'll stop by the restaurant with their kids and stuff, and you can see their kids grow each year.
Yeah.
Yeah. ain't
So,
that something?
matter of fact, Tracy sent me a picture of this one gentleman that works out there, and I think his main thing is to make sure the headliners, if he has to pick them up at the airport and get them on the stage.
Make sure they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hamlet.
that's kind of his job. So,
Yeah.
so evidently
Transportation manager probably.
he
something
comes
like that.
every year to Jiffy Burger, not just him, all
The whole
a
family.
large majority.
Yeah, a lot of others.
But anyway, it's kind of fun too to live in a town and see something as big as Bonnaroo, but also you mingle with the management of it and you see their style and their kids and their families, and it's kind of neat.
sure.
Back to posters.
I found a guitar.
Yeah, I
There's,
like that acoustic.
I bought that guitar.
Is that the one you got?
Yep.
Okay.
How
Well,
much you think I paid for it?
they were wanting $850
You paid more
for
than
it. Signed by
$777.
3 people.
What do you think I paid for it?
$850.
No,
No.
You see the line through it.
$250.
I'm gonna say less than 8.
7.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's got to be in the sevens because the where the things around it are.
Yeah.
So
I paid $700. But you know why I bought that? Look at the way the signatures are.
they're nice and big on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And they're on the guitar, not on the pick guard.
right.
Something on a guitar, Howard, is always a lot better.
Yeah.
Because anybody can take a pick guitar up there to get it signed. Somebody actually had to lug a guitar up there to get that signed.
Yeah.
Because it's signed on the body. And you see the Beckett?
It has
It's
a
graded.
Beckett letter of authenticity
And
on
it's,
it.
and it's got the Beckett seal on it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't buy just a sign.
What kind of guitar is it?
It's just a cheap guitar. But it's got the Beckett seal, like the PSA and stuff. That's
Yes,
the kind I
yes.
invest in.
Right.
I don't, that COA stuff,
That could be. Anybody can.
anybody.
Roll them.
Howard could be a COA.
Well, I want to see a picture, or I want to see.
Are you downgrading
company.
Howard's
I'm-
standing?
I'm saying he's a-
I think I was just put down here. Now, wait a minute.
I was saying you're a
No.
professional.
You-
You're a professional.
If I say it's authentic, it's authentic.
Yeah. And when it comes to trains.
Oh.
All right. Well, you got a Bonnaroo art chair or something.
That was a ticket for sale.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't buy that one now. $650.
Why?
Oh, it was a guest wristband. You're not supposed to sell those. Those are what we get media, or we camp at as guests and media.
Uh-huh.
Somebody should get in trouble for that.
Oh, really?
They would
Yeah.
be easy to find.
That one
you know.
comes. Yeah, it's registered to
Here, it's
somebody.
right here.
Yeah,
on eBay.
it is now. It used to when they first started that wasn't happening.
Oh, yeah.
But they've got it down now. Howard.
Well, see, now your driver's license has a
Yeah,
scannable.
and they actually scan your band.
Yeah.
And you can go up there and if you want to buy something, you just hold your band up there now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I've had people where people that weren't able to stay for the whole show that had gotten in with me and they were leaving. They were like, "Hey, can I give this to so and so or something?" I was like, "No, because that's tied to me. And if you can't give it to anybody that because if they go out and do something stupid, then it'll come back to me
on you,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, well,
And you won't be allowed in next year.
I'm gonna call you one of the responsible ones.
I enjoy getting my pass to Bonnaroo every year.
Right.
Well, I mean, you do them a good job, though.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hey,
It's time to do it again.
yeah, we better do it.
We
right
better
now.
do it quickly.
We'll jump off to somebody else. And,
So let's do a major headliner and see if we can find. You two decide who
I
that is.
got Steve
Okay.
Earl here.
And we'll be
Okay.
right back.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy pick.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we're going to talk a little more about Bonnaroo and how maybe you got a valuable autograph
Well,
there.
maybe one of our listeners or one of our viewers want to buy a piece of Philip's old tent.
Hey.
We have decided to
I
sell his
retired
old
my
tent.
tent.
And we're
Yeah.
going to cut it into little squares.
Yeah.
And Philip's going to sign them.
Yes,
There you go.
and we're
Yeah,
going to
And
give
we're going to sell them and
can-
give it to the Humane
I
Society.
There
can
you
sign
go.
a letter of certificate of authenticity. for
Authenticity.
each
And
one.
Howard to
And
sign
I'll
it.
certify
Howard will
it.
certify
Yeah.
it.
Howard to certify. And all the money will go to the Humane Society.
Okay,
What do
so
you think,
now-
Philip?
Okay.
How much are we
Can I
going to
get a
ask? How much we're going to
percentage of
ask now? Let's advertise.
I think you ought to ask $5 a square.
Oh, okay. That's
Square inch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need enough to pay for his time to cut it and make him a seal.
Well, that's true, too.
Let's get about $15.
15.
Okay.
that's what I
Well,
was-
keep in mind, if we sell it cheap, we'll sell a lot more of it, and the Humane Society needs it.
Right.
That is cheap. I mean, county
But
farm
And we
everything.
don't want to save Howard's arm, He's going to be signing all that.
And we want to get the Humane Society
We'll just
some money.
photocopy. It'll be
Photocopy?
fine. Yeah.
Photocopy.
Okay, so you got Brandy over there.
Yeah, I have brandy.
What's that? That's
I'm going
a
to take
CD.
her home with me.
That is her signature too.
Yeah.
I've got her signature.
Yeah, this is a vinyl record, The Story, 2007, double LP. This is the first pressing, and it brought, I'd say somewhere north of $100, maybe.
Well,
No. Look, see the one that did sell.
yeah. Uh-huh.
That didn't sell for $2.
Yeah.
That didn't sell for $249.
So it's $100 range.
Somewhere north,
So
you know.
so Brandy, there's somewhere in $100 on the CD too.
Somewhere north of 100. I mean, it could be. I mean, probably it's less than 2, you know.
All right, you ready
somewhere
for
between
this?
1 and 2. Yeah.
Philip's got us a real deal.
All right, let's go.
Grand Ole Opry floor.
Okay. So
Yes.
This is someone is selling pieces of the Grand Ole Opry floor, and it's like a little, thing that you would have hanging on the display
But-
deal, and you'd slide them out, and it doesn't tell you how big it is, but my guess would be like 1 inch by 3 inches. And it's stamped on each one. It says Grand Ole Opry WSM authentic flooring from the Grand Ole Opry House 1974 to 1990.
Okay, so that makes it to Ryman.
And it says
It does.
That makes it to Ryman.
on the description, it says the flooring was sold in the Grand Ole Opry gift shop for a short time and then discontinued. I only have a few left, and they are no longer available. And that went for $760
Golly.
after 15 bids.
Hey,
My goodness gracious.
you know what? I think that's where you got the idea about the tent.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I think we ought to roll on that tent deal.
I think so.
I do too.
Humane Society needs the money.
Yeah, right.
I've got a 1970s Tiffany and Company 10 karat Grand Ole Opry signet ring with a banjo, 0.1 diamond size, ring size 14, $550.
Huh.
It's got the little Opry, little mandolin style signet on the ring. Cute. So
You got anything besides Brandy, Ronnie?
Oh, yeah, I've got plenty.
Well, look, Philip, give us another thing
I got-
while he's hunting.
all right, I got you
No,
Cardi
here we
B.
go. I got-
Here's your only Cardi B thing that shows up that actually seems like her. That's not
Oh,
concert
yeah, I
tickets.
already
It's
told
a
about
bra for $110.
I know I
You
give
need one of them,
$110 for a bra.
I don't see a certificate of authenticity with it.
I
Well,
don't
you
think
could
I'd
do-
give a dollar
couldn't you
and a
do
dime
DNA?
for it.
Yeah, you're exactly.
Okay. What you got, Ronnie?
Okay, now I got something really good. I got a Steve Earle signed black electric guitar. Everybody already know who Steve Earle is.
Copperhead Road.
Yes, $319.99. And I have a couple more, or several Steve Earle guitars.
Mm-hmm.
And but now these, they took best offers on. Now, okay, here's a Steve Earle signed autograph Copperhead Road to sheet music.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Brought somewhere north of $100.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having that.
Well, it's too late now, Ronnie.
Well, I could call them.
Okay.
I've got a John Prine signed Tree of Forgiveness new vinyl record, autographed with JSA certificate of authenticity, $150.
We've got a John Prine Nancy Griffith original boxing style concert poster, 88 from 1988, $119.
Let me see. I got Post Malone.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was one of the headliners out
Hey,
there.
I got that guitar.
Here's a one of these you got. Here's a Beckett certificate of authenticity, Post Malone signed autograph guitar with rock star lyrics. $900
that
or
one.
best offer. Okay,
See,
here's
it's got the sketch drawing.
the acoustic guitar. It says Post Malone autographed acoustic guitar, sketch drawing, and a Beckett COA. $800.
Yeah, but we paid $725. We paid $650.
Okay, then you got this one here.
Yeah, we paid $650. Now we got the one with the sketch. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, this has got sketch
Yeah.
too.
We bought the one with the sketch. We paid $650 and $75 shipping.
Oh, yeah, that's
So made $725.
Is it an acoustic guitar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them.
I'm gonna tell you something. You gotta be careful shipping those acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
You gotta take those strings loose.
Yeah.
Cause I broke one shipping it one time.
hopefully they do that.
If they don't, they need to. But I did have insurance on the one I broke.
Well,
How about some Post Malone Crocs with barbed wires on them?
I think that's a great
I
idea.
think that's different.
$350. Buy it now.
Somebody
There you
wanted
go.
it.
You mean the Croc shoes?
Yeah,
ball
that's what
bar?
they are. Actually,
Yeah.
some of them went for $385 too,
My goodness.
with 32 bids.
Good grief.
Huh.
Man, I guess the other ones didn't fit.
What if they get too tight? You think they'll hurt you? Hurt your feet?
Yeah, with the barbed wire, yeah,
Yeah.
probably so.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too tight with barbed wire.
No, no.
Well, Ronnie, what you
I
got?
got, I got a John Prine and Chris Christopherson. Now I like it because it got
Yeah,
Chris
that's cool.
Christopherson. Signed frame concert poster. Old Boy Records. And what's on my mind is who owns Old Boy Records?
Who?
Probably, I don't know, but I'm going to find out. $119.
I've got a Hosier autographed electric guitar with certificate of authenticity.
Yeah.
They were asking $400 and took a best offer. It was north of $250. And let's see, another electric guitar of his asking $281 on that and took a best offer that was north of $250. So.
We got about 1 minute left,
Yeah.
so Ronnie's
Autographed
looking for
item-
something too.
Autographed
Yeah.
album was of his was $223.70. That's pretty
See?
good for the.
So see what happens
Compared
if you
the
went to
album to
Bonnaroo
the
and picked
vinyl.
up a few
Or to
things?
the-
Picked up a
guitar.
few.
Okay, John Prine owns Old Boy Records.
There
I
you
thought,
go.
that was probably true.
Ah,
All right, with that, we're going to have to get out of here, ain't we?
yeah, we're
You
about
sure?
out of time.
Oh, come on, we got plenty of stuff to do.
Oh, you want to keep running?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well, we started a minute
He's
late,
he's
so,
he's coming out of his blurry stage.
Yeah, he's wound up now.
I see things clearly.
Hey, they made a song about that.
There you go.
And Old Boy Records is in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Ain't that cool?
I remember Ernest Tubb records
Yeah.
There you go.
And the record shop.
yeah.
and the
absolutely.
record shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about that? Well, I guess that's about it for this week, and I guess we'll try to do it next week.
Lord willing.
And the creeks don't rise. You know that refers to the Indians and not to water in a creek.
You know, that's,
Creek Indians?
The Creek Indians.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
that's what
I
Hank
do
Williams
now.
used to say.
Yeah, that's one of those crazy things. Anyway, we'll see you next week for more Let's Talk Antiques. Have a nice week. Bye-bye.